I want to tell you a story, one that might feel familiar if you have ever struggled to conceive. It's a story about frustration, hope, biology, and eventually a breakthrough. 2 years ago, I sat in yet another fertility clinic waiting room feeling like time was slipping through my fingers. My partner and I had tried every standard approach, timing, medication, lifestyle, tweaks, and nothing seemed to work. Every negative pregnancy test felt like another door is closing. I kept thinking, there must be something more, something we have not been told yet. That's when I stumbled upon some innovative fertility treatments that were not just more medication, but strategies that focused on making the uterus more receptive, more ready, more capable, and more welcoming for an embryo. What I learned changed everything for me. One of the first ideas that caught my attention involved something called intrauterine administration of peripheral blood mononuclear cells, or PBMC. It sounds complicated, but the idea behind it is surprisingly elegant. PBMCs are immune cells, mostly lymphocytes and monocytes, that helps regulate inflammation and tissue communication. But during implantation, the uterus needs a very specific environment. Not too inflamed, not too calm, just balanced enough for the embryo to attach and grow. PBMC treatment uses your own blood. A small sample is taken. PBMCs are isolated. They are activated in a lab. They placed directly inside the uterus before embryo transfer. These activated cells release cytokines and growth factors that encourage the uterine lining to shift into a more receptive state. It's almost like telling the uterus, get ready, something important is coming. When I learned this, something clicked. I was not helpless, my body just needed the right signal. The next method I discovered felt like pure science meet magic. It's called platelet-rich plasma, or PRP, infused directly into the uterus before embryo transfer. PRP has been used for years in orthopedics and dermatology because platelets contain powerful growth factors. Message that tells tissue to heal, to regenerate, and to strengthen. But for the uterus, PRP can encourage the lining too. It can increase the lining thickness, rejuvenate, rebuild, and create a more nourishing environment for an embryo. Some key growth factors in PRP include VEGF for new blood blood vessel growth, and PDGF for cell repair, TGF-beta for tissue remodeling, and EGF for epithelial cell growth. When PRP was infused, I lay there feeling something I had not felt in months: optimism. This was not wishful thinking, this was real cellular science supporting my body. If you have struggled with a thin endometrium, you know the stress. Every ultrasound becomes a countdown. Come on, please just grow a little more. My lining had always been stubborn. It resisted medication, supplements, everything. That's when I learned about another approach: subcutaneous granulocyte colonies stimulating factor, or you can say it G-CSF. G-CSF naturally exists in your immune system and helps stimulate stem cells in the bone marrow, but research has shown that it can also support the uterus by improving endothelial and stem cell activity, enhancing lining growth, promoting healthier blood flow, and reducing inflammatory barriers. I remember giving myself that tiny injection and thinking, maybe this is what my body has been waiting for. Slowly, finally, my lining responded. Of course, individual treatment helps, but fertility is never just one thing. It's a puzzle with many pieces. That's where two structure frameworks completely changed my perspective. The TASI method, TUSHY, the comprehensive way to evaluate tubes, uterus, sperm, hormones, your genetics, or your personal plan. For the first time, I understand my entire fertility picture, not just fragments of it. The BALLS method, the logical strategy to decrease time to pregnancy based on biological age, antral follicle count, lifestyle, lab results, sperm quality. This framework stopped me from guessing and helped me make informed strategic decisions. Instead of feeling lost, I felt like I had a map now. So I won't pretend this journey was easy. There were delays, I felt defeated, days I almost gave up. But this innovative treatment, PBMC, PRP, G-CSF, and the clarity from understanding the TUSHY, TASI and balls framework in BLLS balls framework finally aligned everything for me. And one morning I saw the two lines I had been dreaming of. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because science, preparation, and persistence finally connected. So if you are watching this and you are struggling, hear me clearly. You are not broken, you are not alone, and there are cutting-edge options that might completely change your path. If you want to explore more fertility education or learn about the TASI method and other resources, visit Dreamy Organization, DRAIMEE.org. It was one of the most empowering places I found. I want to say that this organization does not pay me for this video. I just have been helpful from this organization, and I want to give the information to you. During my journey, wherever you are right now, I hope you find the breakthrough you have been waiting for, and I am rooting for you always. Thank you. Stay healthy. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.